What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Octagon Jordan, coming from you live on this rainy Saturday. Whoo! We just had to sit through Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, hey, the prelims were fucking fire. Absolute flames. We had KO after KO, 3 straight TKOs to start the card. We had Matt Schnell absolutely getting stiffened up. We had Vinicus Oliviera, flying knee from hell. KO of the year contender. Wowzers. Texted my brother a few times. Said, jump on Twitter. Check out this motherfucker Oliveira. KO of the year contender. Sheesh, that guy's going to be a problem. So we had a couple good performances on this night. The main card did not deliver. It was very weak. A lot of decisions. Umar Nurmagomedov got a little stumbled in the first round. He had to fight back against adversity. Muhammad Mokaev had a pooper of a performance. It's fitting because on Twitter afterward, he just posted a picture of the toilet with a bunch of throw up in it. I get it. He was sick in the morning, but we really don't need the excuses, Mokaev. Everyone gets sick. Everyone hates the weight cut. Poopy, lackluster performance. Not sure that's going to get him the title fight. Other than that, there's nobody there. But before we get into it, everybody crack their beers, crack their beverages, spark their doobers. I got my aromatherapy candle already ripping. Shit smells bomb. But yeah, let's get our beverages in order first, and then we'll go over the card. It was a sick card.
I tell myself,
believe me, you're not enough. But if you're for real, that is why. Yeah, it's my fucking shit right there, so I had to play that for you people. But, yeah, I'm going to pour this beer into my new Stein, straight from Germany, limited edition. I got the certificate of authenticity right there over Anderson Silva. So, yeah, everybody pour up, and we'll get into this poopy fight card. Oh, that sounds fucking good. That's golden. Oh. All right, we'll get back to that once we let the foam settle a little bit on that. All right, let's get into the card here. See how I did on my picks. Here we go. So I've been picking pretty good the last couple weeks. Actually, the whole year of 2024, I've been doing great. Year to date, 68%, just about. I'm rounding up for you fuckheads out there. 7-9 on Rozenstruik Gaziev. I'll take it. 1 perfect, 1 decision bonus. 7 of 11 on the last one. 10 out of 12 on Volk Topuria. Didn't do great here. 4 out of 6. 8 out of 9 on Dariush Sharukian. 68 ranked out of 5,000. So I've been doing good on my picks. I know I didn't put up predictions for this fight night card. I figured it's not worth it. Who cares? Half these people aren't even going to watch it. The views on that would have been terrible. But keep an eye out for JP and the Kid, or OG and the Kid next week. We're doing a UFC 299 predictions with a casual. OG and the Kid might be featuring a guest star as well. So keep an eye out for that to drop. But yeah, I predicted Rozenstruik in this fight against Gaziev. I thought Rozenstruik would get it done by KO in the 3rd round. I just figured this was too high of a jump up for Gaziev. Rozenstruik's been there, done that. He's fought the upper echelon. He's gone 5 rounds. He doesn't really gas much. He's a kickboxer, so he's got really good, cardio. He went all 5 rounds against Alistair Overeem. He's gone 5 rounds against a lot of people. Obviously, I was questioning his takedown defense a little bit, but Gaziev, he's not like the rest of the Dagestanis, the rest of the Russians. Yeah, he has takedowns, but he's not a natural wrestler. He's a big-ass motherfucker, huge, definitely had the size advantage over Rozenstruik. When the fight kicked off, I was like, oh, shit, I don't know about this pick. Gaziev looked like he ate Rozenstruik for dinner. But, yeah, Rozenstruik was just more technical out of the two. He had the jab pumping the whole time, busted up Gaziev's nose. Rozenstruik had better cardio. Obviously, it looked like Rozenstruik had been working on his takedown defense. Got taken down late in the 1st round. Looked like Gaziev had a couple opportunities to do something. Bisping pointed out that he could have, pass guard, gotten full mount, probably should have done that and just started raining down ground and pound. The classic left, right, left, right, left, right. But he didn't do that. He just kind of sat on top of Rozenstruik, went into round 2, round 3, round 4, and Gaziev started getting too winded, and he couldn't get the takedown again. Mouthpiece was bobbling all over the place. Had it like down on his tongue, breathing, not moving his head. He was literally putting his head out like this to get jabbed and just doing nothing with it. So Gaziev kind of got exposed in this fight. Can't give him too much blame. It was only his second UFC fight. It's a big step up. But, yeah, Rozenstruik looked good. Still has to work on that takedown defense when he fights the upper echelon, of course. The Almeidas of the world, the Tom Aspinalls of the world, Stipe's. I don't see Rozenstruik holding up to their takedowns. But in this fight, he was the more experienced fighter, better cardio, better game plan, stuck to the jab, bloodied up Gaziev, and the finish was weird. Gaziev was in the corner speaking Russian. I kind of knew something was up because most fighters don't talk to their corner that much. Obviously, I didn't know what Gaziev was saying. He was just speaking Russian, but he was talking a lot in that corner, and I was like, what's he saying? Is he asking to get out of the fight? Is he asking to give up? Is there something wrong? Obviously, Mark Goddard picked up on that, and they stopped the fight. So, credit to Rozenstruik. He got it done. I had that by KO, just slightly wrong with the round, but close enough. Petrino over Tyson Pedro. Boring-ass fight. I was expecting fireworks in this one. 2 stand-up guys, 2 athletic guys. I really was expecting more trading, more punches back and forth. Both guys bloodied. But obviously Pedro was checked out. He knew if he would lose this fight, he was going to retire. And, he just doesn't have that dog in him anymore. He's athletic, he's technical, but he just doesn't have the dog in him anymore to get in those wars, to get in those bloody bloodbath battles, and that's what you got to do against Petrino. You can't sit on the outside and dance around and kick to the body. Petrino's too tough, too strong. He's going to come in, he's going to throw you down, and he's going to start raining down ground and pound. Good performance from Petrino overall. Would have liked to seen more from him as far as finishing, techniques. Like I said, obviously Pedro is checked out, but overall just a boring fight. But I did have Petrino. Mukayev versus Alex Perez. Hold on. Yeah, this was another boring fight. Mukayev just had control. Striking looked decent. He didn't get hurt with anything too big. I thought if he kept on the feet too long, Perez would clip him. Looked decent. Definitely mildly improved in the striking. Would have liked to seen him use his striking a little bit more. But, kind of is what it is. I don't know. He put up a pic afterward that he was sick before the fight. He was thrown up in his hotel room. But his cardio looked fine. So I'm not really sure what that has to do with the lackluster performance because the cardio was there. If you're sick, it's not going to affect your striking or grappling if it doesn't affect the cardio. I mean, it would affect the cardio first. So, but, it was a step up for him. Alex Perez obviously has fought for the title before. He's a high-level fighter. So, good win by Mukayev. Didn't blow my socks off by any means. Not sure it was good enough to get him that title fight against Pantoja, but there was also nobody else there in the flyweight division. No one wants to see Amir Albazi fight at International Fight Week or UFC 301, whatever they're discussing for Pantoja. We don't want to see the Moreno rematch. We definitely don't want to see the Royval rematch. Holy shit. Fucking snuff that talk out immediately. Grab the fire extinguisher on that. Hell no. Hell no. Let's get some fresh blood for Pantoja. So, honestly, in my opinion, I would like to see the Mukayev-Pantoja for 5 rounds. I think both guys got great gas tanks. Obviously, both can grapple. I think, Pantoja probably has the better striking. He's a little bit stronger. He's got higher finishing ability than Mukayev. So, early prediction in that fight, definitely Pantoja, but that's a fight I do want to see next, even though this fight was very lackluster and both guys did not look great. But I did have Mukayev. So, 3-0 on the card. Nurmagomedov by decision. Predicted that. Interesting fight. I had to go back and watch the first round again when Bekzak clipped Nurmagomedov. Looked like top of the head shot, maybe temple, just clipped him. One of those where it can really throw off your equilibrium. Yeah, equilibrium. Sorry. Fucking Jesus. One of those that just clips you, throws off the equilibrium. And Nurmagomedov looks shook for a little bit, but he was never really that hurt. He had his wits about him. He immediately shot in for the leg, and his wrestling, his strength. He was clearly the bigger fighter in there, more built, stronger. You could just tell. But a great performance by Bekzat, I would say. Making your debut against Umar Nurmagomedov, not easy. He hurt Nurmagomedov. He had him in deep waters in the first round, and he made it all 3 rounds. Got the decision, loss, but still, good performance out of Bekzat. Interested to see where this guy goes. Obviously, still very young, could still grow into his body, get some man strength. Hit the gym, hit the weights, get on that Dagestani juice. You know what I'm saying? That Islam Makhachev, Khabib Nurmagomedov juice that they be taking. And Bekzat will be a problem for the division. Definitely keep an eye out on him, but good performance by Nurmagomedov, fighting through adversity, doing what you got to do. The grappling obviously was very superior. Surprised he didn't get a ground and pound or a submission finish, but I did predict him by decision, and that's ultimately where it went. So 4 out of 4 in the main card for your boy. My boy Matt Schnell. So I'm biased to Matt Schnell. I had him in a bet back when he fought Sumadarji. I had my brother over at the apartment. I think Matt Schnell was a plus 200. We laid like $50 on Schnell. Obviously, we all know how that Sumadarji fight went. Fucking fight of the century, fight of the year. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Schnell got hurt 25 times, stuck in the fight, hurt Sumadarji, got him to the floor, triangled him, bloodied him up with elbows, and laid him out on his own leg like a dead corpse. If you look up their names on Google, the pictures are all blurred out. Viewer discretion is advised. Look like a dead body. So I'm biased toward Matt Schnell because he did win me money that day. That fight was fucking bonkers. And, I like to see him win. I was rooting for him to win. This pick was more of a heart pick than a brain pick. Didn't think Steve Erceg was worth all the hype that he'd been getting. But he proved me wrong in this fight. He had great striking. The first round was back and forth. It was a classic round. Great round. Both guys were hurting each other. Erceg was looking crisp. He was touching up Schnell. Schnell was fighting back. Combinations, counter combinations against Erceg. First round was great. Second round comes out. Schnell's defense just a little, subpar. He's not really expecting the combo, and Erceg with a just delicious body head, right to the body, left up top combo, a la Ilia Topuria, and caught Schnell right on the kisser, unexpectedly. Schnell goes down, fucking plywood on the mat, dead as a doornail. Steve Erceg with a sick second round KO victory. Good on him. Good on him. I'm a fan of Matt Schnell. Erceg looked great in this fight, though. He showed more power, more crispness with the striking. So he's dangerous at flyweight. He's very dangerous. He's got finishing ability. And, yeah, Steve Erceg proved something to me. Had that one wrong. Eric Anders, Jamie Pickett. Dud, as we knew it would be. Yeah. If there's an opportunity to take money away, 20 G's deduction bonus for snoozer of the night, this would get snoozer of the night. Take away 20 G's from Jamie Pickett. Anders had him. Terrible fight. This fight, wow. This was a great fight. Basharat versus Zahabi. Great fight. Back and forth. I picked Basharat by decision. I thought that was a smart pick. He's a decision machine. And it was looking that way in the first round. Basharat was doing more work. He was busier. He was touching up Zahabi. He looked quicker, faster. Zahabi didn't really have many answers. Second round, Zahabi heats up with some pressure, more output. He's starting to get a little pissed off. He's swinging that right hand, very looping, but he's connecting a little bit. And the thing I liked about Zahabi was he was kind of, when Basharat would push forward, Zahabi wouldn't only counter. He would counter with one strike, and then Basharat would think, all right, well, that's his counter. I'm going to keep going. But he would continue the counter. Zahabi would, and he would push into Basharat. He would throw the counter, the big looping hook. Basharat would think, oh, that's it. Let me do my combo now. But Zahabi would kind of catch him on the half beat as Basharat would come forward after the counter. So it was like Basharat would attack, counter, Basharat thinks it's his turn, and then Zahabi would jump in again real quick on the half beat and attack again, which I really liked, just mixing up the tempo, mixing up the rhythm of the fight. He was just surprising Basharat how he wasn't going away, and he was just doing those combinations when Basharat didn't expect it. So I really liked that out of Zahabi. The second round was so close until the end of the second round when Zahabi did land that big right hook right on Basharat's jaw, stumbled him a little bit. He went down to a knee. And, in a close round, that's good enough to get you the round. So easily gives Zahabi the second round, 1-1 going into the third. And I think that really just amplified Zahabi's confidence. He knew that everything Basharat had, Zahabi had the same thing. He had great combinations as well. I think Zahabi actually had the better cardio in this fight, which was surprising. With 2 minutes left in the third round, he was the one looking fresh. He was the one throwing out shots. Basharat on the back foot, winded a little bit. And Zahabi just had more pressure in the third round, was more crisp with the combinations, and he was landing more powerful shots. He stumbled Basharat again. He just looked better in the third round. He looked more composed. He looked more, energized, better cardio, and he had the power advantage as well. So I gave Zahabi the second and third round. Ultimately, the judges agreed. But great fight, great heart out of Zahabi. He's got potential, man. He's got potential. I'm not saying he's going to be a top 10 guy, but he could beat those top 15 guys, 15 to 10. There's a world where Zahabi could beat those guys. I just liked how he was throwing hands when Basharat wasn't expecting it on that half beat. When you're not expecting it and you continue the combination or you strike once, let him think he's got it and then throw back. It's just that's what it comes down to in mixed martial arts sometimes. It's the tactics, the setting the traps, and Zahabi had that. So great fight out of both these guys. Loved it. CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan against Claudio Ribeiro. I had this one perfectly. Duncan, KO, second round. Ribeiro's just not that good is what it comes down to. He just doesn't have the technical ability. Obviously, he's strong. He's got power. He's got heart. But he's just not technical. He doesn't have the techniques. He's just not well-rounded. I don't think he's UFC caliber. He's lost 3 or 4 in a row now. I'm not sure if he's won in the UFC. I'd have to go back and check. Christian Leroy Duncan, he's a powerhouse. He's technical. He's got all the kicks, all the spinning attacks, all the spinning elbow in the first round. He tried to hit the Joaquin Buckley spinning back heel kick in the end of the first round when his teep kick got caught by Ribeiro. I saw it coming too. He was holding the kick. I thought he was going to spin and go for the Joaquin Buckley Impakasanganai kick, and he did. He went for it, and he went for it viciously. He went for it with energy, and it just missed Ribeiro's temple. It was a sick attempt by Duncan. That would have been fucking awesome if he hit that. But unfortunately, he didn't hit it. Second round, he shows off his wrestling. Great wrestling. I mean, the guy's so strong. He looks like he's built out of stone. So Christian Leroy Duncan, as long as he keeps being well-rounded, keeps working on the takedown defense, doesn't get too crazy with the striking like he did against Petrosian, he's going to be a prospect to watch at middleweight for sure. For sure. Keep an eye out on CLD. I had this fight perfectly. Last fight I predicted on the card was Ludovic Klein over AJ Cunningham. This one was easy with Cunningham coming up on short notice. Ludovic Klein looked like he was on some of that Dagestani juice. I mean, they got to drug test him again. Holy shit, I hadn't seen him look that swole in a while. I've watched all of Klein's fights too, and he never looked that swole. So, not sure exactly what was happening there. But, Ludovic Klein, just crisper, stronger. Hurt AJ Cunningham to the body. Cunningham's got a Max Holloway type chin on him. Saw him on the Contender Series. Similar chin that he showed off. Guy's tough as nails, but you can only hold up to so many body shots, and Klein hit a sick teep kick right under the ribs, and it was enough to crumble Cunningham and get Ludovic Klein the win. So had that as well. So I went 7 for 9, only missed out on Basharat and Schnell. Had everything else, Magomedov, Mukayev, Petrino, and Rozenstruik by KO. All right, that's all she wrote. Throw out the poopy fight nights till after UFC 299. Then we got 4 poopy fight nights in a row. Fucking A. Not looking forward to that, but we got a sick card coming. Watch out for the second episode of OG and the Kid, Fight Picks with a Casual. Everybody enjoy the rest of their Saturday night. Luckily, this was an early card. It's only 7 p.m. as I'm recording this. I got my Stein. I got my joints. I'm about to go chief up. Get a little weird in the bedroom. So everybody enjoy their nights. That's all she wrote for UFC Apex 197. Your boy Octagon Jordan.